Hello, today is Wednesday, the 29th of August 2012. The month is coming close to that of a close, and let's take a very quick look at the silver chart. We'll start with this descending triangle, which is reaching the upper part of the range. At least using this on a logarithmic price scaling, I'm almost certain that on a linear level it has already broken through that, but I don't use linear charts, I use the logarithmic form. And therefore, it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out. But it does look like it's going to at least take a test of this, but probably even at least pierce above it, or at least take it out as we move forward. The 18 average band, which was in this declining facet beforehand, it broke through last week after it was consolidating for a few weeks in here. Last week was the breakout week, and this week it's doing a whole bunch of nothing with hardly any volatility at all. There's still the rest of the day, which isn't too much. There's still Thursday and Friday, so that could change things, obviously. And a pullback isn't the worst of things, but at the same point, you can say, look at this, it's up too much. Okay, it's up one decent-sized candle. It's not like we haven't seen too many of these green candles before in the past, as it's not that uncommon to be up 10% for a single week. In fact, we need to have a 17% up week to have a top 10 week of all time for that of silver, something that hasn't occurred in well over 15 years, or around 15 years. Anyway, so that's something interesting to note. You can also see that we've just broken past this resistance. Just like here, you can see it just broke past this resistance, and it didn't sell off. So I'm not saying that there's no shot that it sells off or that it's definitely going to go higher. Rather, what I'm saying is that I don't see it up too much as of now. In fact, I would expect this thing to at least come up towards here, maybe by the end of the week, early next week, as I do the information for this on the daily chart. Now, you can look at these shorter term charts and say that if you're long-term investors, they don't mean too much. And for the most part, that is true. However, if you're a long-term investor and your objective is to be buying or selling soon, then the short-term charts some of the time might be good. Okay, with that being said, I have Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low. Therefore, if there is any correction moving on without taking out this prior high of a few days ago, then this is the level. However, 30 is probably trumping it as a more important level, which of course is right down in here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles up, which was last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then last Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and today has been sideways action. But what's really huge about this is the previous Fibonacci levels that I've been going over, which is 30 and 32.66 from this bottom and then the top from the end of February of this year. There was no resistance on any time frame other than the tick by tick mega short-term level at the 30. There was none. And it's broken through that and consolidated. This is a bullish pattern when I'm taking a look at this. It's held above this level for a week now. So it does look pretty good that it's going to come up and test this 32.5 to 32.66 level. Also, if it does come towards this level, this line will move up to this, and this line will move up to here, which would be a more appropriate place that the Fibonacci retracement levels usually work themselves within. This 18 average band, it's pretty close to the higher part. In fact, if we take the number 29.77 and subtract the lowest point of 29.17, we have a 60-cent difference. If we take the 18 average of closes, subtract the low, that would be a difference of 42. 42 divided by 60 is 70%, which means that the 18 average of close is right around that 70% mark, which to me is that high level. It's not an area to sell for, definitely not, because you would have missed out on massive big gains, of course, had you not played at this point. But it is an area where it does need to either correct some form, but that's exactly what it has been doing, is correcting sideways again for the last 4 days. If it does have a retracement beforehand, before making it up to 32.66, I'm still going to be liking 30 as that support level, even though the 38.2% retracement would be in that of 29.19, which would work out to be pretty much that of a 23.6% retracement. I don't think that's going to happen. I like the odds, like, again, later this week, probably tomorrow and Friday, that we'll add some green candles and make a test past this 32 area up towards here. Now, it's not as good as the one I was stating last week when I figured gold was going to go up in the next 24 hours, or pretty much less than that back then, as well as silver having the gains. But it's still, to me, a decent shot that it can continue these gains, even though it's well above this 18 average. The consolidation, I think, is extremely productive. It obviously came up to this band, and then now the upper band is set at 31.62. And realistically, if it does make a test up to that 32 level or by Friday, early next Monday, Tuesday, it should match up again within this upper band. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to this video, and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.